crazy that Arabic just doesn't have a word for cousin? Like, if you want to refer to one of your cousins, you have to describe them as the son or daughter of your aunt or uncle. At first, that might seem really frustrating, not only because you have to use an entire phrase instead of just a single word, but that means there's 4 different terms for cousin depending on context. But it gets worse. Arabic doesn't have a single term for aunt or uncle either. You have separate words depending on whether they're paternal or maternal, on the dad's side or the mom's side. That means there are 8 different words for cousin depending on the gender of the cousin, the gender of the parent of the cousin to whom you are related, and the side of the family they're on. This might seem really unnecessary at first, and trust me, it is frustrating for learners, but there is a good reason for it. First off, the Arabic system is way more precise. The English word cousin is pretty ambiguous, so if you want to refer to your cousin, depending on the size of your family, you could be referring to dozens of different individuals. Using the Arabic terminology is much more specific. But more importantly, the Arabic terminology might be a reflection of Arabic culture. Researchers have found that languages across the world have wildly different kinship terminology, and that those speakers' terms often correlate with those speakers' cultural values. Is the culture collectivist or individualistic? What is the relationship between someone and their parent siblings? Does the culture value one side of the family differently than the other? Research has shown that languages tend to distinguish between different kinship terms only if the distinction is culturally relevant. You're probably familiar with the idea of different languages having a different number of words for the same concept, but this is deeper than that. This is not just a linguistic distinction, but it's a reflection of a deeper socio-cultural distinction. Sometimes this idea is called a social grammar. And what's fascinating is that often this isn't just culture and thought process influencing language, but vice versa as well. Like in English, when I refer to my family, I'm not often thinking that hard about my mom's side versus my dad's side. But when I speak in Arabic, it's almost like the language is forcing me to be conscious of it, which really makes you wonder about other aspects of your language that might be subtly influencing your thoughts. And if you're interested in learning spoken Arabic, well, I'm partnered with a company that specializes in teaching it, so check the link in my bio.